my name is Adonis and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a love coming spread for all of my Libras out there. So this is a love coming spread for all of my Libras out there. See what kind of love is going to be coming towards you during the week of September 1st into the 7th. So without any further ado, let's jump right in and see what the cards have to say. There we go. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Show me the cards I need to see. Show me the cards I need to see. What kind of love is coming towards my Libras during the week of September 1st into the 7th? Show me the cards I need to see. Show me the cards I need to see. Show me the cards I need to see. Ooh. Whoa. There's a lot of guys, there's a lot of you going through some anxiety from past relationships this week. It's crazy. But we'll get to that when we get to it, right? First out the gate, Queen of Wands. So, someone is approaching you. Someone is approaching you as a fire sign individual. A Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. And they're approaching you. And so what they have done is they have decided to say, boop, boop, press them brakes a little bit. We got the Hangman here. So they were moving towards you. They was vibrating. They were moving towards you, but they kind of put the brakes on because they are feeling a little bit defensive. They're watching their backs. They're like, yo, what's going on? Things are going so well. Things are going so positive. There was, some reciprocal stuff going on here, and they kind of put the brakes on and start being defensive. They thought, lovers, they think that you are their twin flame. And as often the case with a twin flame situation here is, what is that person thinks that's going to happen with the twin flame thing? That you're going to make them happy. You're their twin flame. They believe you are their twin flame, and therefore you being their twin flame leads to them being happy. Right? But to their dismay, okay, there's a lot of other choices out there. And so, they thought that they had all your attention. But it looks like you're kind of like, you're communicating with them. Things are moving smooth with them. But then they kind of see you giving your attention somewhere else too. And they're like, what's this? What the hell's going on here? So that's what's going on with that. And there seems to be one person one individual that they really very clearly are looking at is this air sign individual here. Okay? There's Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius energy here, because this individual is moving with a sense of this person is going to achieve a victory. There is a very clear perspective here of mental clarity. So this person is very clear in how they are approaching you. Okay, got the we got the Page of Cups here. Okay, so there's a sense of melancholy going on here as well. But this Page of Cups here, this is possibly a younger individual, quite possibly, or maybe someone just younger at heart. And that is a water sign individual. So that's a Cancer. That's a Cancer, a Pisces, or a Scorpio. But the issue there's a little bit of an issue with the water sign individual, the younger individual. So let's just recap here a little bit. You got fire sign individual. Things were going great, was coming at you, thought everything was thumbs up. All of a sudden, they kind of put the brakes and they kind of start slowing down a little bit. Start feeling a little bit on the defensive side. They were being a little bit defensive because they thought that, hey, you were their twin flame. So they're kind of like, what's going on? What happened? A sense that you were going to bring them happiness, you were going to complete them. Then to their dismay, they find out, well, you're talking to them, you're communicating with them. There's nothing that's, hardcore. You guys are just dating. You're just dating. But dating does not mean you're committed, anchored in stone with this individual. You're just kind of dating. You went out on a few dates, so forth, so on. You're not going steady or anything. You just went on a date or two, and they were locked in like you were the one for them. But to their dismay, they find out that's not to be the case, because you've kind of formed a connection, or seen you form a connection with this air sign individual that's very clear cut, very specific, and is moving with a sense of purpose. So they're kind of getting a little bit of cold feet here. They're kind of getting some second guessing themselves, like, what's going on here? Now, what I said was interesting about this water sign individual is that this individual is coming off of a rebound situation for sure. Got anxiety, depression, etc., etc. And what I wanted to say was, there seems to be a lot of this. This has to be about, this has to be about the fourth reading today, where there's this anxiety that either they're dealing with, or an anxiety that you're coming off of dealing with past relationships. There seems to be a lot of that going on right now. I don't know what's going on with that, but there's a lot of it for sure. So let's see what kind of strengths you're going to be dealing with during the week of September 4th to September 1st and to the 7th. What kind of energy are my Libras going to be dealing with during the week of September 1st until the 7th? Show me cards I need to see, show me cards I need to see, show me cards I need to see. Here we are. Ooh. Well, Libras, strengths. Okay, I want to be clear about these are your strengths. Moon card, deception. You recognize deceptive behavior when you see it. You're tuned in to the your spider sense is tingling when there's some deceptive hidden perils involved with particular situations pertaining to people. You can zero in on it right away. So you can spot the pitfalls, all right? So that you can protect yourself and make very solid judgments on things. You got the World card. So you have completed what you feel is a cycle. There's a sense of liberation that is taking place. There's a liberating sense of things have come full circle. There's been a completion, an end of a journey, both mentally, physically. The physical part of this, you could have even taken a trip and come back and gotten this new sense of clarity, this new sense of this enlightenment that is taking place that has brought you into a new space. In addition here, we have the Ten of Wands. The burden in the burden card here. You are willing to put things on your shoulders if you need be to carry the load. You're again, these are your strengths. You'll carry the load. You'll burden yourself with the load if you have to make things happen. Three of Pentacles. That tells me that it's not out of the realm of you meeting someone at the place where you work, a work project or something like that. It's not out of the realm of possibility for you to open yourself up to someone that you work with. If they look like, and let's be clear about this, only if it looks like that it's going to be something that's going to be beneficial to you. You're not just gonna, there's a point where you're gonna fill things out a little bit, but if it's beneficial to you, if this person looks like they actually are about something, then you'll take that leap. This is always a good strength to get. The Magician. You got the power. You have the ability to manifest the reality in which you want to see. Can't be much more clearer and precise about that. You can manifest the reality that you want. And so that is a very good strength to have. You have patience. Seven of Pentacles. You put some things out there and you're waiting to see which one of the things is going to bear fruit. You know, you got a couple fills out there, a couple different people, and you're just kind of waiting. You're just kind of waiting in the cut, just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen. So, again, these are your strengths. King of Wands. You have the ability to see the whole picture, to see it through to the end, to see, okay, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, that's going to happen. You're pretty much tuned in to see the whole picture, to see all the players on the board. And that kind of gives you an ability to kind of be able to make, as it would anyone, kind of informed decisions and wise decisions. So you're not gonna, so you're gonna see this thing through. You have the ability to see it through. It's like there are 4 quarters in football, or if you're a baseball fan, 9 innings or whatever. You don't walk away after the first 2 innings if your team is done. You hang in there. You never know what may happen in the 9th inning in football, at the 9th inning in baseball, and in football, 4th quarter. I mean, somebody could just shoot up a Hail Mary, bang, end game right there. So you have the ability to look at the whole picture, all right? And finally, we got the 4 of Swords here. And so you have the ability to chill out, to take the time out you need to kind of rest, relax, contemplate things. You're going to take the time out that you need to be able to put things into perspective to give you better clarity. All right? So these are all the strengths that you possess during that week. So let's see if there's anything that you've dealt with in the past that could possibly affect the outcome of this particular situation here. Kind of give you a sense of some red flags, maybe some apprehension. Red flags, same thing. Kind of make you go for it, say, oh wow, this is a great sign, that type of thing. So is there anything from my Libra's past that will affect the potential outcome of this situation? Is there any potential things from my Libra's past that could possibly affect the outcome of this particular love interest situation? Show me cards I need to see. Show me cards that I need to see. Hangman. So, you don't want to make, there's not going to be any sense of, gonna put the brakes on in case things start getting crazy. If things start kind of looking like they're going in a really crazy direction, you'll pump the brakes, you'll put them on. You'll be like, nope, not going there, not going to do it. Let's kind of, like I told you before, let's hark back to what I just said about the 4 swords. You're going to kind of stop. You're like, wait a minute. I don't like the way this is going. Let me kind of put the brakes on this and kind of think about this a little bit. You're not afraid to put the brakes on. 10 of Pentacles. Okay? You're looking for something that's going to be solid, long-term legacy. If you're dealing with a situation with an individual that's not about to bring it, and I mean bring it correct and bring it serious, where there could be a long-term type of legacy situation involved here, it's going to just be a waste of your time. They're wasting their time, they're wasting your time, and you're going to be like, see you later. That's pretty much where it's at. Finally, 10 of Cups. Just staying in a better focus here. Okay? 10 of Cups. And so, pretty much doubling down on what I said about the 10 of Pentacles. They're looking for a long-term situation here. All right? In the past, you've been in situations where hasn't really probably been all that serious. There wasn't a real focus on, okay, how, about the future plans and so forth. You're done with that. You want something serious. You want something legit. You want things long-term, financial stability in the future, possible marriage, children in the future. If like I said, the person does not bring it and they're not serious about bringing it, you don't want nothing to do with it. All right, so that's that. So let's see if spirits have any additional information that they want to give us before I shut this thing down? Is there any what additional information do you want to give my Libras before I shut this thing down? Show me the cards that I need to see. Show me the cards that you want to show me that I need to see. Interesting. Context. You want to put things into a proper set of context here. What exactly is the meaning of so give you an example. Context means everything, because a person can say something sometimes and it could be seemingly be harsh, but it really depends on the context of what that person is really trying to convey to you. You know, they could give you, you know, they could give you a compliment about, like say, hey, you know what? That's a beautiful dress you got on today. You know, for a female, that's a beautiful dress you got on today. And you know good and well that the dress that you got on is kind of beat up, raggedy or whatever. And you're like, wow, you're just being a smart ass, that type of thing. Or a guy with some shoes. Oh God, man, those are some great shoes. Oh, I love your shoes. I love your shoes. And you know, the sole's all busted up. You got a hole at the top of the shoe. You know, it's kind of like, but if you know you got some, you know, again, I used a female analogy here. You have a beautiful, I mean, this thing, you're like, my God, 12, not 1 to 10, 12. Like, wow. It's like, yo, that is a fantastic dress. Context. You're like, okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Same thing analogy with a male analogy, with the shoes. You got these bad boys buffed up. You got a spit shine on these bad boys, like you're in the military or something. A spit shine on them. They're sharp. They're cut right. They fit your foot just right. So I said, well, I'm totally digging those shoes. Again, it all comes down to context, all right? So, you know, don't make any flawed judgments about things. Just put things, this context means everything, all right? Because we have a tendency in society, especially at this point, to kind of jump to conclusions without knowing the context of what was said. Rediscovery. So, you need to rediscover who you are. Sense of, and you're on the right path here. You know, there is a growth that needs to take place. Spirit wants you to know that there is a growth that needs to take place here. You need to change from one aspect of the way you do things to another. Okay? And actually, you know, I mean, just putting it right out there. Okay? You got discovery and you got renewal. You're rediscovering yourself to renew yourself. Okay? You're changing from one perspective to another. New energy, a new feel, a new vibe. Maybe it may be relocating to a different area. You know, if you've never done yoga, do some yoga. If you've never done meditation, do some meditation. You know, change some things up again. Rediscover who you are. You're in a different place now. There may be different things that may attract your interest that didn't before. You know, and sometimes rediscovery is a good thing. You'll find as though the things that you love, you don't love so much anymore. And things that you weren't so much interested in, they really resonate with you now. So that sort of thing, all right? So with that being said, I'm going to shut this thing down. Again, if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. This is a general reading. If you want something a little bit more specific to your situation, if this does not resonate with you, please feel free to get a personal reading so we can check it out. Additionally, if this did resonate with you, fantastic. and you can still get a reading so we can kind of dig into the specificness of your situation. Again, my name is Adonis. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.